And welcome everyone, thank you very much for tuning in to our post-match reaction show. If you're new around here and want to keep up to date on all things Liverpool and enjoying the amazing growing a community of Reds we've got on our channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below, put your bell notification on as well. But what a fantastic win that was, everyone in the what an amazing performance by all the lads. It is against Lincoln, but that's not taking anything away from the side anyway. Lincoln, give them all credit due, like the chances they created. We'll talk about the stats wise and then the chances created. But if it wasn't for Adrian, I think Lincoln definitely could have definitely got a couple more goals anyway. But it's going to be a live stream, everyone, so make sure you do get your comments in. I will be featuring them. I will be pulling them up anyway. But let's see if anyone else has dropped into the live chat. There's some Shane as well. Good performance, good win. I just can't understand. I'll get Van der Beek could not play in that game instead of Virgil van Dijk. It baffles me. Shane, nice one, mate. It was very surprising that Virgil van Dijk did get selected tonight, but it was great, especially playing alongside the young lad Williams. We had a Williams right back and centre back tonight, but both of them had a fantastic game. But the young lads, I think it was the Williams, the centre back one. I haven't seen a lot of them play anyway, but I think he was in like the 6th tier of English football anyway. So if anyone's been tracking his progress last season anyway, he's just, I'm not going to sit here and say I've watched all of his games, but he looks like a fantastic prospect, really. It's the first time I've actually properly seen him tonight. And alongside Virgil van Dijk, he looked very calm, composed. It was great experience, especially considering how professional Virgil van Dijk is. Tsimikas as well. Right, let's get the team lineup. As you can see there, everyone. That was I'm not too sure that's the right formation anyway, but Adrian in goal, Williams, the other Williams centre back anyway, Virgil van Dijk, Tsimikas. Let us know your thoughts on Tsimikas' game anyway. Grujic, Curtis Jones, Shaqiri looked like he was playing in midfield anyway. Taki in the central attacking areas anyway, with Divock Origi and Harvey Elliott anyway, everyone. But let me know your thoughts on that. It was a fantastic performance. Well, I think I've said Curtis Jones and Minamino stole the show in the title, everyone, but there was a lot of great performances tonight anyway, everyone. Let's get through a couple of comments as well, but make sure I get that. Let's feature them. Minamino. Minamino really started to become something. Lewis, what are your thoughts on Minamino's game tonight, mate? He absolutely spot on there, as always, fella. I was speaking to a couple of lads before we went off air after watching a game. Anyway, it was a fantastic performance from him, and I think next year will be a big year for him next year. But I think this year he's still going to be learning a lot. But he's over the last couple of games in which he's scored just a couple of goals behind closed doors as well. Just to get his match fitness up and that. But this kid, he's 25, just coming up nearly. I think he's going to be 26 next year anyway. But he's still a young player, and I think taking the mantle off Firmino as well, there will be a lot of changes this season. But I think Mini, as you all like to say anyway, he's had a fantastic game tonight and really impressed me. Lewis, where do you reckon he'll play a lot more games in the Champions League? There will be a lot of rotation, but Lewis, absolutely spot on there, mate. Minamino, he's learning very fast. He's a fantastic player. We see him last when he plays a game with RB Salzburg anyway at Anfield in the Champions League. But he just looks like an absolutely fantastic player, doesn't he? This is from Shane with a good performance. Big Shaq and Marco. Hopefully clubs will buy them from us. They deserve to play somewhere else because they are too good to sit on the bench. Marco Grujic, I think that is, mate, as well, yeah. Grujic, Shane, as you said before, and as we've all spoken on the channel, Grujic, I completely forgot when we were doing our show yesterday. Marco, obviously, he's played in the Bundesliga a couple of seasons, but he got his first Liverpool goal tonight, and it'd be interesting, was this a window for Grujic for Klopp to say to other clubs that potentially looking at him, right, there's Grujic's quality anyway. I know it's against Lincoln, but that's being disrespectful to Lincoln anyway, because I do feel they played absolutely fantastic tonight, really, everyone. In terms of, let's get to the statistics up in a little second, everyone. 1 second, let's get the stats up. As you can see here, the Reds. In terms of stats-wise, obviously, Lincoln had 13 shots with 7 shots on target. Liverpool dominated shots in terms of 23 to registering 12 shots on target by Liverpool. Liverpool registered 72% possession, and Liverpool had 677 passes in the whole of the game to Lincoln's 257, everyone. As you can see, Shaqiri, the Shaq Meister, getting an early goal. Everyone, let us know your thoughts on that. That was one amazing free kick, top corner, regardless of the opposition. Shaqiri, another player, I could have put Shaqiri into the title as well. And Curtis Jones getting his double, Minamino getting his double, Grujic, as we just said, and Divock Origi, El Capitano, getting his goal anyway, everyone. But let me know your thoughts on that, everyone. Liz, thank you very much for dropping in, Liz. Welcome, everyone. North Reds is said, impressive from the kids and the boys that we don't see too often. Not my favourite cup, but would love to see the team take us far. Great work, Jack Lahr. North Reds, absolute legends for you dropping your comments in, mate. You're spot on there, mate. It'd be interesting to see how Klopp does take this competition really this season. I think, was it, correct me if I'm wrong, you all will anyway in the comment section below, but it was around about 10 changes tonight. Obviously, we've seen a lineup. We have Adrian in goal, changes to 2 Williams at the back, and then obviously I think Virgil van Dijk. Yeah, Virgil van Dijk's the only mainstay from the team. So 10 changes, but that team was still very, very strong. Obviously, you can add the forward 3 anyway, but Takumi Minamino, I think he's played for Japan anyway. Shaqiri, very experienced. Curtis Jones, a youth product from the academy. Grujic played 2-3 seasons in the Bundesliga, vastly experienced. Tsimikas, obviously at Olympiacos, played European footy as well last season. Adrian, very experienced in Champions League. So you're looking at it, Liverpool making 10 changes, everyone. But I think, as North just said then in comments, I guess, as you can see from his comments, what do you all feel in the comment section below? Make sure you get your comments in tonight, everyone, and I will, if you do drop them in after the video has been uploaded, I will be replying to you in the comment section below. So get involved, everyone. It's fantastic. We've made 10 changes, but that squad is still very strong. And we've got Arsenal coming up in the next round, and then obviously Man City. Is it Man City in the semis? I think with that, but I'd agree with North Reds. I'd love not more than to Liverpool to progress in every single cup. I know it's not always going to be on the top priority of obviously the Premier League and the Champions League are the main trophies, but the squad in which Liverpool's second team has got now, you would expect Liverpool to at least try and get to the semi-finals, and if not get to the final, try and just win the competition, because Liverpool of old, they grew up on winning trophy after trophy after trophy. As long as you're in the competition, and I think that's the mentality that is going throughout the whole of the squad and the whole of the young players as well. Obviously, like Curtis Jones, all those players tonight gives it absolute all, and that's all you can ask for. But you're absolutely spot on there, mate. This is from Chris as well. Couldn't have asked, 1 second, mate. Couldn't have asked for a better performance. So comfortable, felt like a training session for us. No offense to Lincoln, but the result was probably expected. Onto the 4th round, we go, comfortable win. Chris, absolutely spot on. Chris, everyone let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Were you impressed by Lincoln's performance tonight? For me, I know I was. You scored 2 goals, and I think you could have scored a lot more goals than tonight. Obviously, Adrian, I felt he had a fantastic game when he was called upon. He stood up big, and he was called upon. And obviously, this is the first game really he's played properly since the Champions League game last season. So that was a fantastic opportunity for him to make amends really, and just grow in confidence really, because we know what he done last season in the Premier League, the early stages. Ali, if he does get injured this season, we've got Adrian. And I know we got a load of stick on social media, not the true hardcore Liverpool fans, plus the keyboard warriors behind the screens on Twitter anyway. Don't get me wrong, yeah, he made a mistake in the Champions League, but we move on. We support our players. And Adrian tonight, he had a fantastic performance, and that really highlighted the absolute quality of the lads. But Chris, absolutely spot on there, mate. Minamino, Grujic, Shaqiri, standout players for me tonight. Yeah, absolutely spot on there, Chris. Spot on. Liz, absolutely echoing what I've just said then, but Liz is spot on. I love our depth. Liz, what do you feel really? I'll be going through all your comments anyway, so apologies. If you have comments, I will make sure to get your comments in the comment section below. But Liz, I will be getting to all your comments anyway, but if you've already mentioned that, I'll find out all the comments. I'll be as quick as I can. But Liz, what are your thoughts on what are your expectations, Liz, and everyone at home, really, tonight? What are your expectations for Liverpool in this competition? Yes, we've got Arsenal, but we'll play our kids again and win again. But it was a great result last season. I was lucky enough to go to that game. Mad game that was. Divock scored in the last minute. But yeah, what are your thoughts? Everyone, let us know in the comment section below. But Liz is spot on, as always. Love our depth. Lewis, yeah, Minamino will feature more in the Premier League. Probably he sees more confidence since we first signed him. Lewis, absolutely spot on there, mate. To bring up his confidence tonight, he looked so much better. That's not taken away from the Minamino. He's growing, as Lewis has just said, then game by game by game by game. And I think Minamino next year, I think he'll be a complete different player, because he's still got a lot of learning to do. Still like a lot of Curtis Jones and every single Liverpool player in the academy. But when they're all bouncing off each other, Jota's come in now. All these players are going to be mixing in really, and just getting better. But Minamino, it's really exciting, isn't it, Lewis? He's spot on there. He said, I think Jota could play over Firmino, and Firmino could play Cam with Thiago and Fabinho next to him. Lewis, absolutely spot on. That's the adaptability, Lewis, that I've been speaking to every single one of you on the channel. The adaptation, really, of Liverpool's midfield. You can be flexible. You can play to a 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3, 4-2-2. The options are so wide and varied. You can go to 3 at the back if you wanted to. Play Robbo and Trent as wing backs anyway. But yeah, there's so many, Lewis. But he's spot on there, mate. There's so much dynamicness in terms of the flexibility. I should have said that with that comment there. Great performance for the second team tonight. Spectre, nice one, laugh for getting in the comment section below as always. What are your thoughts on the game, Spectre? Who stood out for you tonight, everyone? I know, as I said at the top of the show, I have put Jones and Minamino stole the show, but Shaqiri, I felt tonight as well. And I think a couple of you probably have mentioned, but I will read them out in a little second. Lincoln, Liz, absolutely spot on. Lincoln have had some bright moments. Shame Elliott can't get on the goals for some reason. Spectre, I think what I love, Spectre, and if everyone at home, let us know, I was absolutely made up with his reaction. He was fuming at himself. He was gutted not to get onto the score sheet, wasn't he? I think I was sat there, I was like, go ahead, lads. He wasn't like a nastiness about him. He didn't kick off or nothing, but you've got that burning desire and hunger of a young player, and he's like kicking himself like, I could have gotten the score sheet there, but that's what you want to see from a young player like that. Lincoln number 7 was really good. Not gonna lie, who's there number 7? Edun, he got a goal, and who's the other fella? Monstema, number 4 there, centre back as well. Yeah, definitely, mate. I think obviously a lot of highly up league players, managers, and all that would have been watching the game tonight against Liverpool. And I think there's a couple of great performers in that Lincoln team that probably defo might move in the summer anyway, based off the back of that performance. I know it was only against Lincoln, but I personally I would play Curtis Jones in the Premier League instead of Wijnaldum. Jones offers more going forward. Shane, I love Gini Wijnaldum, but I would love to see Curtis Jones given the opportunity in the Premier League. It's up to Jurgen Klopp anyway, but that's the option, as you just said. Then Shane, there will be games where Curtis Jones is needed. He's so good technically. I don't know how tall he is, but he looks tall on telly anyway. But for just physique and really the ability on the ball, when you see him out wide or in the central areas, he looks so good technically. The 2 goals in which he took tonight, edge of the box, curls it top bin. Not many players can do that in football, really. Just the sheer audacity, really, to drag the ball on him, and that just highlights his confidence. And we've seen that goal that he scored last year against the Ev at home, anyway, in the Capital One Cup, anyway. But yeah, Shane, be very interesting. It will be demanding. Klopp, every midfield will be different anyway. There'll be times for when Curtis is needed. Obviously, Ginny's needed, Fabinho, Thiago, all of them will complement each other. But Shane, absolutely spot on there, mate. Adrian deserves to be mentioned in standout players too, made some decent saves. Chris, absolutely spot on there, mate. He played absolutely fantastic for me personally. The squad is big enough to win all trophies this season. Spectre, absolutely echo those words, lads. I hit the nail on the head. Exactly, Shane. Made 10 changes and still have experience with a couple of international players. Spectre, it's that mix that really we all love to see. The mix of youth and the mix of quality internationals of like Shaqiri, and obviously Divock Origi's played for Belgium as well. Nico Williams at right back now, he's a Welsh international. Tsimikas, Greek international as well. So it's getting that blend, that absolutely spot on there. Liz, I want all the pretty shiny trophies. Thank you very much, Liz. Absolute legends. Really do appreciate it. That will go towards the channel. But I really do appreciate every single one of your support. But Liz, thank you very much. You don't have to do the super chats at all. I do this for the love of it anyway. But thank you very much, Liz. This will go to improving the channel anyway. But every single one of you, Liz, and every single one of you at home that continues to support the channel, absolute legends. I really do appreciate all your support, and just love speaking to every single one of you. Not more than I love to, after the game, to come on, speak to you at home, and hopefully you're all having a lovely night anyway, and you have a lovely day tomorrow. Not going off yet, but we still got plenty of time to read off all your comments. But thank you very much, Liz. Curtis banging on the door to start. We have such quality waiting in the wings. Shaqiri, what a hit, son. And the Shaq attack. No, Fred, I tell you, that was what a hit, son. What a hit. Take a bow. But yeah, it was a fantastic strike that by Shaqiri. Look, the players coming on. Jose and Keita. Yeah, imagine if you're a Lincoln player, everyone spot on there. Especially you look and you just turn, you've just done about 70 minutes, 80 minutes in game, and you've just got the £40 million attacker coming on, and Naby Keita anyway, very experienced Guinea international anyway. You'd be absolutely fuming. You'd be like, really? But yeah, it just shows our squad depth. Spectre, it's absolutely fantastic, isn't it? Especially those 2 Arsenal games are at Anfield, home advantage, plus team tonight. We can't wait for next week. Spectre, get in, lads. I was looking at that team, and as you've already mentioned, every single one of you has mentioned tonight on the show, the squad depth, we can go. I reckon we just go out and attack Arsenal, get at City as well. I think if it's someone, let me know in the comment section below, is this City? I think someone told me, I think one of the lads told me a couple of days ago, the draw for the semis has already been made. I think it's Arsenal, and is it then City? If it is the case, that's absolutely ridiculous. What do you think our main midfield would be? I honestly think if Keita is fit, it'd be Fabinho, it'd be Thiago, Fabinho, and Keita. Lewis, I think that's my favourite formation. Anyway, mate, absolutely spot on. But it's Naby. It's trying to keep Naby fit. But I think that we'll see that. But there will be opportunities, really. Every battle in midfield in world football, every single game is never the same. So there will be times when Naby and Thiago aren't doing it, and you really need that workhorse mentality, really, of obviously Henderson, Milner, the engine rooms, really, and obviously the guile and the technical ability of Gino and Alden, really, just keeping the ball in tight areas. So week by week, all the games and the team selection will change, And it's debate. It depended on, like, say if you were playing against, say for example, Burnley, you would need Fabinho for that big physical presence in midfield. Gini Wijnaldum just to keep hold of that ball. Gini's quite big for his height anyway. I mean, strong as well. He's got that ability to really keep hold of the ball in tight areas. So, and there's going to be times where teams allow you space, like the likes of Manchester City. Not a lot of space, but there's a lot more space considering obviously if you're playing against a low block team, there's not that many spaces anyway. But yeah, you get me gist anyway. But Lewis, I'd agree with that, mate. But that's not taken away from the lad's quality anyway. It was Curtis Jones, as we said at the top of the show. I want him to see a couple of games in the Premier League. Lincoln's badge looks like Phil Jones and Gary Neville love jazz. Yeah, Spectre, that was a quality comment that you made on the couple of, I think it was like yesterday's video anyway, mate. He's spot on there. Curtis Jones is 6'1". Yeah, I thought he was, Liz. He looks a lot taller anyway, but he's still growing, eating his veg anyway. But yeah, he's 6'1", 6'1" tall, and he's that good technically. That's ridiculous. Because like even when he scored in a couple of pre-season games anyway, and the games in which he played, the games against the big game last season in the Capital One Carabao Cup, whatever you want to call it, last season, he's got that ability really. You know, Bayern have just scored 2-1 against Seville. Anyway, just take me off track anyway. But yeah, Alex, Liz is laughing at that comment. Spectacular. Shane, I hope he does take the League Cup seriously. We can win it early March. Why not go for the trophies? Trophies are trophies. Shane, winning mentality, mate, and absolutely spot on there, mate. I think that's the mentality that Jurgen Klopp has instilled in the club. And I think for whoever plays in the League Cup games, will be going out there with one vision and one plan, really, to just go and win the game. But as we've been speaking tonight, 10 changes, but Liverpool's squad tonight was ridiculous, and we were still bringing on the likes of Naby Keita and Jota. As you've already said, then it's absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely crazy. But yeah, I think Nico. He knows he's learning, but you don't see it anytime he's get. But I don't see it anytime he gets a game. Michael, nice one, mate. I don't. It's your thoughts and opinions, lad, but nice one for your comment, mate. I think Nico. I don't think he had a bad game tonight, but like Trent, we all remember Trent getting absolutely battered at Old Trafford in one of his very first games in a Liverpool shirt. But he's a young player. These are all young players. Nico's got a lot of maturity going on about him anyway. So, and the more games he gets, the better he will get. And it's getting those first team opportunities that you learn mostly in life by making mistakes. If someone's not making mistakes in their job or something, and like the manager or something's not going to bring it up about them, it's if someone's not making mistakes, then they're doing something wrong. Because unless they're like Cafu or Prime Zanetti back in the day, like Trent has made mistakes in his career, and I think Nico, he's going to make mistakes, but it's all about the process of learning, getting better week by week anyway. And I'd rather our players made mistakes and then they learned from that. So, but nice one for your comment there. Curtis will take Ox's place. That'd be interesting. It will be very interesting. I want us to do a proper job on Arsenal. Mike Mitchell, we definitely will. I can't wait for that. I will be having a pre-match build-up show coming up with one of the lads from the Arsenal fan circle anyway. I've had the lads on the channel before, but stay tuned for that, Reds. Hopefully, they've all been... What day are we on here? Shouldn't be days. It's Thursday. Yeah, so we'll having that coming up in the next couple of days. I will let you know on social media anyway, on Twitter and that. So stay tuned and your eyes peeled for that. Mount City, lucky 2-1 win. Did the expect I had my notifications on there. I know Bayern's just won 2-1. So Man City, I seen the scores tonight and I was like, oh, come on, Bournemouth. I was like, come on. But unlucky, Bournemouth will knock them out in the semis anyway. Oh, 1 second, everyone. Just it spoils Arsenal party in 2 games in a row next week. It'll be very interesting to see how Liverpool do come up against Arsenal anyway, and who Arsenal play in the League Cup anyway. Will they take this cup seriously? I know when you come to Anfield last season, it was a fantastic opportunity really for Jurgen Klopp's side, the young players as well. Seth Van der Berg, will he be getting a? Let's see if was Van der Berg on the bench tonight. Don't think he was. Yeah, he was. Yeah, Trent was on the bench as well. Kelleher and Harry Wilson was on the bench. That's very interesting. James Milner is our Terminator. He'll be back. Yeah, everyone, if you missed the game anyway, if you missed why Milner was out, he had a minor muscular injury anyway. It's not deemed anything too serious, but James will be back in a couple of weeks anyway. Don't think it's too bad. Jurgen was saying anyway, what day next week are we playing Arsenal in the League Cup anyway? Let's quickly back out of that. Fixtures. Yeah, let's get the fixtures off. No, we're playing them in the league anyway, aren't we? So Arsenal. Now we got Arsenal Monday, obviously in the Premier League, and the 28th at 8 p.m. That's when we're playing. Oh no, I'm not on the wrong one. When is it going to World Cup? Yeah, the 28th is on Monday. So when's the fixture? I'm not too sure in the Carabao Cup fixture, mate. Someone in the comment section below, let us know in there. Is a Shane's comment, but no, Fred, I love about Curtis his modesty, and he's about the team and future captain, no doubt. No, Fred, I haven't seen his interview, mate, but we already know. I already know how he's a very level-headed lad. He's a Scouse lad anyway, but it's not more than better than to see a Scouse lad, but a Scouse lad that can play proper football. Like, he's absolutely world class, isn't he? I know it's a big shout to call him world class, but I think this lad will be absolutely world class. Give it another 5 years, he will be probably one of Liverpool's first names on the team sheet. He's going to be level-headed. Him and Trent are absolutely big examples for any Scouse lad out there that wants to play footy anyway. My chance is gone. I was absolutely terrible. not on the level of these two anyway. But yeah, Curtis Jones and Trent, shining examples for any young kid or girl anyway wanting to play football. So it will be interesting. Curtis, I think this season could be a big opportunity, especially in the League Cup games. I tell you, if he can have the League Cup team, obviously the fringe players that being, I don't think Jurgen Klopp will play the main players if we did get to the semis and the finals, because he does like to respect the cup competitions and respect his players anyway that have got them in the position anyway. Because when we played Aston Villa last season, the absolutely chaotic fixture, obviously we had the Club World Cup anyway, but we had our second players out, and Harvey Elliott played quite well last season against the Villa, but the players will get the opportunities. And Curtis, I can't wait to see more of this lad play anyway. But yeah, no, Fred's absolutely spot on. His modesty, he's very level-headed, as you would expect from a Scouse lad anyway. Didn't Milner say he would go to Leeds if you were promoted? Lewis, I think that was prior to him signing his new deal, mate. I think he will stay at Liverpool to the end of his current contract. I'll be interested to see if Leeds want him anyway. I hope we win between the league. I hope we can win between the League Cup or the FA Cup this season. We haven't won the League Cup since 2012 and the FA Cup since 2006. That's a very long time. The West Ham final the Gerrard final, we all remember that, didn't we, Spectre? That's a long time for Liverpool. Yes, Spectre, that's absolutely fantastic. We're very fortunate that we won the League Cup last season. Fantastic. The Champions League the year before anyway, but yeah, as everyone, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Spectres there. I really do hope Liverpool can really solidify and get at least a League Cup and an FA Cup, but I would expect us to really progress deep into both of those competitions now, considering the fringe players and the second team players Liverpool as Liz and everyone else has said at the top of the show, the real squad depth in this club. Who's this? Roshan, thank you very much, La. Absolutely spot on there, fella. With this team, we could compete in all 4 competitions. Roshan, I'd absolutely spot on, La. Yeah, I'd expect that as well, and I think Jurgen Klopp will anyway as well, and every single one of those players. Those 4 down there will as well. Absolutely fantastic. I would guess next Thursday night we'll play Arsenal in the League Cup. Yes, Spectre. But everyone, thank you very much for tuning in on tonight's show, everyone. I really do appreciate it. You're absolute legends. Let us know if you prefer it. I'll try and make sure to start doing my live shows. I know I do like to pre-record my videos and all that, but if you prefer the live streams a lot more than obviously the pre-recorded shows, I can definitely switch it up, everyone, and really, ideally, that's what I want to do, really. But hopefully, fingers crossed. Let us know in the comment section below, everyone. But thank you, Liz, Roshan, Spectre, Lewis, Shane, Mitchell as well, Ishki, Liz, I think everyone else, I think Chris as well. Hopefully, I've got everyone. I think that's everyone. But thank you very much, everyone. Have a quality rest of your night. You're absolute legends. If you're watching this video after, or you're watching a live stream and you're just joining the live stream a bit late, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Reds, see you tomorrow for another episode, and you'll never walk alone. Really appreciate all the support. You're absolute legends. See you later, Reds. Ta-ra.